Networked counterstorytelling is really a story about the power of social capital. Who we know shapes our lives. The relationships we have and hold influence our identity, mold our worldviews, and influence our academic and professional paths. Social capital is powerful. Unfortunately, the current narrative in higher education continues to frame first-generation college students as lacking social capital. This dismisses the wealth of resources, insights, and experiences uniquely held by these students in their communities, which provide crucial perspectives and skill sets desperately needed in higher education and the workforce. Here's the problem. The vast majority of first-gen students are entering university systems not designed for them. This institutionalized bias permeates campus policies, curriculum, and culture, diminishing first-gen students' sense of belonging. It can feel as though everyone else has been given a map, while first-gen students are left to navigate this entire system and culture on their own. This takes its toll. While nearly half the students in higher education today are considered first-gen, currently only 14% graduate with their four-year degree. So, how can we change this? The answer lies in first-gen college students themselves, their leadership, their voice, and their social capital. Within their personal networks are countless resources, insights, and experiences, and this capital is frequently held and shared within the stories they tell. For example, after hearing a panel of their peers share insights about what it was like being a first-gen student, other first-gen students who attended the panel were more likely to reach out to campus resources, experienced higher levels of academic performance, and felt a greater sense of belonging on their campus. Hearing stories that connected with their identity and validated their experience was powerful. So now the question is, what about all the other students who weren't able to attend that panel? How can the power and the impact of these stories reach them? This is how network counterstorytelling changes the game. It can reach beyond the boundaries of traditional brick-and-mortar structures. First, we might consider recording these stories and storing them in various digital formats. We could then leverage the power of social media to make these stories more accessible and create a broader network of voices and perspectives, creating a collaborative community by which social capital and stories can be shared, understood, and appreciated. Finally, the network counterstorytelling process takes ownership out of the hands of administration and puts it back into the hands of students themselves. Within their stories lies power. Power to build community in familiar and unfamiliar spaces. Power to amplify their stories and reclaim the narrative that is their lives. And power to affect change. The kind of change that is desperately needed in higher education and society. Networked counterstorytelling is a powerful force, powerful enough to change institutions, policies, and cultures. Powerful enough to change the world. So what about you? Do you have a story to share?